All right, good evening. Good evening, guys. Hope everyone is having a wonderful night. Let's break down this crazy market. Absolutely ludicrous of a market. Let's break it down, guys. Make sure you smash up that like button. All right. We'll get this started right away. Perfect. So, crypto. Welcome to the wild bullpen and welcome to the bear cave. I got no better thumbnail for tonight than the one I have now. It is truly the bull market versus the bear market, all right? Pick a direction. What do you think the market is going to do? Where do you think the market is going to go? Protect your capital of all things. I cannot say that enough. Protect your capital, guys. This market is vicious. It is the Wild West, and it is a leprechaun in disguise. If I could place this market in a specific demographic, I would call it a leprechaun in disguise. And I would call it Michael Myers. All right. Or something like that, or something like the Grim Reaper or whatever, because there is ultimately not a lot of direction. Now, shorting or longing, where do we go with that? I'll go over that in a bit. I want to kind of find out everyone's views and feedback on the market. How do you guys like the market this weekend? The market this weekend pumped, it dumped. I've been watching YouTubers talking about a bear flag. I've been watching YouTubers talk about now it's bullish. Does anybody actually really know what the market is going to do? I'm going to give you guys some real direction in the market. Not trend lines, basis, not anything, real direction, long-term of the market, okay? Now, if we know the market long-term is going in a direction, we could actually place where it is going to go short-term. And we are patient and we wait for those setups. Now, you guys could bet I took a short. If you guys know me and how I've been trading this year or coming back into this, I absolutely took a short. I am not longing this at all. I'm going to tell you guys why. There's a lot of indicators saying long and there's a lot of indicators saying short. So we got to break down the market. I am not going to tell you guys to short. I'm not going to tell you guys to long. I'm going to give you guys a scenario that is going to play out, and you're going to follow the scenario that it plays out, because if it breaks that scenario, non-financial advice, but if it breaks that scenario, you're going to lose a lot of money if you stay in. And this isn't a long and a short scenario, okay? I'm jazzed up. I'm rested, guys. I watched Formula One at 5 a.m. I think I slept till 5 p.m. today. So I feel good. I was up all night watching Formula. That was pretty fun. Okay. So we're going to give you guys every scenario on BTC. No other person in the crypto space has said this or will say this, because everyone is so focused on a direction. I think it will go here. I predict it will go here. I'm not predicting nothing. I'm giving you guys a key formula basis based on what I'm seeing in the short term and the long term. Okay. There's a possibility that Bitcoin is bottomed. Let's go over the bullish scenario. Okay. Why is there a possibility? I'm going to tell you guys why. Because now on the weekly, The first thing is I don't like the MACD dropping, but the MACD is a bit of a lagging indicator. You are starting to curve up. You haven't touched your 20. You could hypothetically do something like this and continue back down. We get that. But there's a bull scenario where we are bottomed. And if we're in a bullish scenario where we're bottomed, then hypothetically Bitcoin could push up to 129. And this is your bullish scenario. This is if the market cooperates, so to speak, right? But before we even talk about that, we need to draw a longer term, okay? And remember what I said, guys, about Bitcoin pumping all the way to I think I said Bitcoin will pump to around, where was it? The other night. I'm not talking about weekend close. Okay, so here we go. So we did in fact break this downtrend. Now, if you guys are in my trading group, completely free, 100%. If you want to know how to get in, you're not in, comment down below. But if you guys are in the trading group, oh, the lie. Vess, appreciate you, brother. There you go. I knew someone was going to remind me at some point. If you guys are in the trading group, you would have took this trade right here. Called it last night. Whatever it was, 89, dumped all the way 87. There's your take profit, okay? Now Bitcoin actually broke out. Kind of. Okay, so we know in the longer term, guys, there's a scenario possibly where Bitcoin hits 129. Before even we could talk about 129, we are trying to play out this downtrend. And I've said this before, I don't see the market absolutely dumping, capitulating, so to speak, until we break this channel or until we hit the top. Till we hit the top right here. Whatever right here is. It could be 95. It could be whatever. But you're seeing Bitcoin go sideways right now. Okay? You guys are seeing Bitcoin go sideways right now and essentially move out and break up, okay? So if you're in a short, you got to keep in mind that Bitcoin 100% broke out. If you are in a short, but it didn't break out of the macro. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to draw another channel, and now I'm going to keep my channels drawn because this is very, very, very important. Here's your breakout channel sideways. This would be a higher low channel for Bitcoin, which means Bitcoin potentially could go 297 or even consolidate like this. Right? And then continue up all the way to 98. But what you're looking at is you're looking at sideways choppy action. Now, there is a lower time frame here. And this is another channel. Okay, and you can see that Bitcoin definitely did hit it. We 100% hit it. It is forming a double top too. We 100% hit it though. And if I was going to short, I would have shorted up here. Because now this is key resistance. We can also see Bitcoin's in a fair value gap. I wouldn't I wouldn't be shorting unless I'm right here. I wouldn't be longing for sure until it breaks out. Because sure, we broke out of this area right here, but this is key resistance right here. And a lot of people are showing a shorter term channel, if you will, but it doesn't matter. The fact is that this is resistance at the point, but we also did break out. So if you guys know, we did break out. We are in a double top. We have crossed over on the MACD, which means that typically I would not be shorting Bitcoin if the 4-hour MACD's crossed over, unless I'm getting it at that key resistance. And right now I'm not. So Bitcoin's in a no trade zone at the moment for me. I'll have to evaluate Bitcoin again here because it hypothetically did bounce off this area. But at the same point in time, it also is rejecting that key fair value gap and that volume node too. So if you look at the daily though, you can see that Bitcoin is running up and it actually broke out and it has a huge rounded bottom. Okay. The only thing I don't like about Bitcoin at the moment and this potential breakout is the fact that we're dropping on the MACD, but the MACD is a lagging indicator. All right. So let's say Bitcoin hits the top here and rejects. That would be my short all day. If you guys are looking for a short, play it. If you're scared to play it, why? It is resistance. If it breaks out, you lose 50 bucks, 100 bucks. If you're betting 100K, you lose 1,000. That's not a lot of money, right? Non-financial advice. But if it breaks out, you got a clear breakout to this area right here, which is pretty much your 98 to your 99K. And again, we are targeting that resistance on the longer term channel. So what we've been doing is guys, it's going sideways till we hit the macro downtrend channel. And I can 100% guarantee you 99.9 because nothing's 100% in crypto. With how overbought we are in the daily, that side of the channel will be that resistance, and that is probably what will take you to the bottom, which is our 74 target. So until we get there, I expect a lot of sideways momentum, and you play it. You play the momentum, you play the range. Now, if for whatever reason we do break out, you could technically long Bitcoin from 91K to about 97, 98. There's really nothing stopping it at that point. If we actually break out of that fair value gap, this is what we're rejecting. We're rejecting the 4-hour fair value gap. So Asia is doing a bit of manipulation, but also a bit of accumulation. And all we're doing is we're really just waiting for this to move to the top. Now we're looking for sideways momentum for quite a long time, right? But for the most part, Bitcoin is bullish until it breaks, and honestly bearish until it breaks that. Bullish because it broke out. So it's a 50-50. It is really what my thumbnail said today, guys. This was my thumbnail on the live. And this is like the best way I could put it. Because if you want to look at this in your time frame, we're in a bull market at the moment because now we broke out if you're a trader. But if you want to look at this in a longer time frame, we're in a bear market. Why? Because of our macro downtrend. All right, guys, let's get this thing underway. Did we not close above the 50 as well? On what time frame? Yeah, I think we... Oh, the weekly. Well, we didn't close above the, not on the weekly, no. But you can also see a double top here forming too, which I'm curious to see if it breaks. As of right now, I wouldn't be trading anything longing or shorting. I would short here, set a really tight stop loss, maybe at like 92,400. Play it. It breaks right away. You could either get out and then you long it all the way to the top, which would be my scenario. Okay, so I gave you guys every single which ways I would look at Bitcoin. And again, too, is the 4-hour MACD is pushing up. When this 4 hours pushing up or down, I do not go against it. Okay, I do not go against it. The reason I do not go against it is it never fails. Yesterday, Bitcoin was so oversold in the 4, and the MACD said different. We hit that resistance, we dropped, we made absolute bank. Then we faked out, we braked out, and then we're broken out again, kind of, right? So we'll see what happens. I personally am, taking a short on Bitcoin up here because I know we have resistance. I'm not holding that short though. I would be most definitely taking profit. Oh, that's riding the trend line, right? So Bitcoin's now riding the trend line up, but I would definitely be shorting right there until it breaks out. A lot of fun in the market, though. A lot of money to be made. There's manipulation. There's volatility. This is how you make money in the crypto market, guys. You make money off of manipulation and volatility all day. All right, make sure you guys smash up that like button, guys. Make sure you guys are opening up Twitch on another window as well. Don't forget, we are live on Twitch. Of course, I'm promoting the YouTube one, but we are absolutely live on Twitch. So make sure you guys are opening up Twitch in another window. It does help us out. Mute it, and it helps us grow new family members from Twitch, all right? So if you guys could do that, that would be wonderful. Just open up a second window and mute it. And the same thing, if you guys want to help us grow, which we are growing very, very rapidly, is as long as your computer could take it, we are also live on Rumble too. Okay, so Rumble and Twitch, if you guys could open a separate window, I would greatly appreciate it. Helps us grow and gain momentum. All right, so we know that Bitcoin is pretty much just ranging. Thing is, for me, I want to see how this 4-hour candle closes. And then there's another thing too, guys. We have a golden cross coming up, but ideally there could be one more drop. There definitely could be. So I'm setting a short at 91.6. If it hits it, it does. If not, I'm not getting into a trade till the London session. And then possibly not for the rest of the night until New York. 91.6 is my short target now. After a little bit of a drop, it should push up here again, and then hopefully we break down, we play out the double top, we play out the channel. If not, then we're absolutely flying, and at that point this will break out, and then we're probably going to flip to a long. It wouldn't even make sense to not long because you've broken out of this downtrend. So I'm just looking for a scalp off of maybe dropping back down to the neckline for London. But anything's a possibility here. GP, how are we doing, brother? What do you think about BCH, Bitcoin Cash? I like Bitcoin Cash. I think Bitcoin Cash has been really Really nice to us as well here. So Bitcoin Cash has been in this weird range. So I could see Bitcoin Cash pumping to the as long as it's not going to play out this triple top. I don't see it playing out that triple top because it keeps on running. The weekly's still going up. Let's see here. So the weekly is, yeah. Bitcoin Cash is a wild card. It is all over the place. It is going up, so it should break out. But I don't. Yeah, you're going up on the monthly on Bitcoin Cash. Hope you guys made a lot of money shorting the market recently. All of our calls have pretty much rock and rolled. All of them have been solid plays, made a lot of money, but I'm not messing with a market when there's clear signs that we are going to continue up, right? Like, yeah, I got a short at 91.6 because I can see the 15 minutes overbought, but would I keep it if it broke out? Heck no. I'm pretty much just looking for that recovery to the top. And then hopefully we get a drop from that 91.6 target. If we get no drop, then we get out of the trade and we look for a long, where we just don't trade until the New York session. Yeah, Bitcoin Cash is all over the map right now. I wouldn't really, personally myself, there's a lot of volatility. Can I take a look at Luna Classic? Absolutely. LUNC. Yeah, Luna Classic is pumped, and obviously we know it is probably going to be a pump and dump. So ideally, this is your channel. CJDV, what is up? Ideally, guys, this is your channel on Luna Classic. Beautiful channel, right? Money for shorts. You can see the short is lining up here. Downtrend is starting. Even this 1 hour, I would even say if Luna Classic breaks this would be a very, very good short. Because then at that point, you're probably going to dump down to here. I definitely wouldn't long Luna Classic or buy spot because the 18 hours dropping. The daily is starting to drop. 4 hour MACD is crossing down. 1 hour is almost overbought, I believe. So you're kind of CJDV. I kind of went over long term over Bitcoin, so I could explain it again, but basically there's a couple scenarios that'll play out. We're in that macro downtrend, and the reason Bitcoin isn't completely dumping is we haven't filled that downtrend. So maybe in this area, I'd be looking for a Luna Classic short. Low leverage, of course. It is a low cap, but if it breaks this area right here, it'll definitely come down. So we're in set alert right here on LUNC. I took profit on my Bitcoin short already, but I shorted at 91.7 the first time, and then I got back. I took profit down here, and there should be one more pump to the top again. Keep in mind, guys, Bitcoin is also springing on the 4-hour, which could potentially be bearish. We'll see. New York usually dumps crypto, to be honest. Not sure. Is anyone in any active trades at the moment? So yeah, that Luna Classic short would be the top of what I said there. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at some of the large caps. XRP. Okay, XRP is all over the map. Like, so XRP is pretty much going to do the same thing, guys. Like a lot of these coins that it's looking like they are going to do the same thing. So we've got this momentum. We've not really momentum, but we've got this sideways consolidation on XRP. We've got the downtrend too. And if you line up a Fibonacci or 618 fib, then you're ranging at the 618. So XRP should be recovering. It is in a very nice rounded bottom here. And we did break out. So that means XRP should technically pump to 220 again. No, like everything's really, really flat at the moment. Very, very flat. XRP is pretty much ranging at the POC, right? All right, Sinster, how are we doing in a Pippin long? Ethereum, okay. So guys, there's really no right or wrong answer to this market right now. Normally you wouldn't long in a downtrend, but the reality is we did break out, kind of, okay? So longing and shorting is how you want to play it. Yeah, Pippin's not looking too bad. It is still on an uptrend from here to here. Although it didn't hit the side of the channel, but we're just really ranging on Pippin here. Ranging. Same thing, whole market ranging. So 4 hours oversold though. So this is looking like I can definitely see Pippin hitting the top again. And you definitely did break out, and there was really good bullish divergence here too. Yeah, those are that is a good play for sure if you got into a long. And I believe it did break out. So now it is in a bear flag, but bear flags haven't really been playing out too much. Like, I don't know. I guess that would be considered your resistance right here. So I would definitely be cautious about that. But if you're scalping, this is an amazing coin to scalp for sure. For me, all eyes on Bitcoin, because the thing about Bitcoin, guys, is that the 15's overbought. The 5 minutes oversold. So maybe we push up to the top one more time and then drop. We'll have to see how this 4 hour candle closes out, because it is setting up for a drop in the double top. My wild card at the moment for this market is it did bounce off right here. But we've got that major fair value gap. I will say this, do not hold any trades overnight. If you're in profit, get out. Reset for the New York session in the morning. Like, I'm scalping the top over and over again just because I believe shorting is the way to go in this market. And I'm probably never going to long this market until Bitcoin breaks out of the downtrend. I'll be real with you guys. This 5 minute is oversold. Hopefully it pushes up one more time and gets my order. And this 4 hour is still moving up. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, you will not see me long this market unless it's something like WLFI, which let's take a look at that. This is a coin I'd be longing, and the reason being is because it's in a clear uptrend. Pippin is a coin I'd be longing because it's in a clear uptrend. Definitely those are the coins I would be longing 100%. But I have been scalping the 5 minute, guys, and I've been killing it, absolutely killing it, up and down, waiting for the pump again, scalping the 5, dropping, taking profit, $500 here, $1,000 here. WLFI, wait. Is in a double top, but in a clear uptrend. Might not play out. This is a scalping market, guys. Do not hold any trades. This is not a holding trade market. And I typically like to hold trades overnight. I like to take the boring setups, the one that are going to get paid just because of how the market is. But this is a scalping market. You see Bitcoin, the set alert here on WLFI around 15.9. You see Bitcoin absolutely just dumping and pumping out of nowhere, right? Bull flag in the 15 minute. Yep, we'll see what happens here. See what the 15 is doing. 15 is completely overbought. 5 minute is moving up. We'll see what happens if we break out. I get out of my short and reevaluate the market or flip to a long. I'm definitely not in a short at the moment, though. I'm waiting for the 5 minute to be oversold. This fair value gap is really, really strong resistance on BTC. All right. How about let's go crazy. This market, man. It is really just a ranging market on altcoins. Like, let's look at the daily. I could still see Solana pushing up on the downtrend to I could still see Sol pushing up to that 189 target. %100%. And Solana's at a massive rounded bottom, guys, with a huge bullish cross right now. It looks like Monday could be a green day, and it looks like London possibly could manipulate. At least the way I'm looking at this. Could be completely wrong, as there is another downtrend resistance we need to hit, which is roughly 148. So I have an alert set at 148, and then it breaks out of that. You're running to 186. And basically what I'm doing is I know we have a downtrend. So yeah, I will be longing this breakout. Same with Bitcoin. I will be longing the Bitcoin breakout. But I'm waiting for the actual downtrend or the consolidation range to break. On the weekly, I could see 96, 108 creating the right shoulder. Yeah, so if we're looking at the weekly, or I mean, if we're looking at Bitcoin in general, we know it broke out. So the next real resistance, let's see, 96 would be about 99, but probably Bitcoin's going to go sideways and not shoot up in one candle to the top. So if we go sideways like this, I could see 98 to 96, exactly what that is lined up as. But we can pretty much see, guys, we're just sideways. We're not bullish. We're not necessarily bearish. We're just sideways momentum for the whole drop here. And that is because Bitcoin is weak. But when Bitcoin hits the top, that's when you could expect that big drop to 74, 76. If Bitcoin is all the way here, you're looking at 71, 70K. The downtrend is still intact. We just haven't hit the top, so to speak. Come on, Bitcoin. 91.6. One more time, and then roll over. And again, guys, make sure you protect your capital, right? There is absolutely not a big direction in the market, right? USTC is the top loser. Oh, this would have been a nice. USTC is looking like a dynamite short. If it could break this area right here, I would possibly be looking at a short because your 1 hour is going up, almost overbought, and your 15 minutes starting to come down. But you do have a little bit of an uptrend here in USTC. This has been a long time since I looked at this coin because this parallel channel is from years ago. See, so tweezer reversal on USTC. Wow. closed inside of the channel. And then we've got I don't know where my channel was before, but this could drop a lot more. So keep an eye on a short on USTC, guys, and the 4 hours already coming down on your MACD. So this should be a really, really good short. Again, guys, smash that like button, guys. I appreciate all your support on the live. I know a lot of people are longing. That's really good. You guys are bullish. Again, there's no wrong answer here to shorting or longing. Bitcoin did break out. That's the reality of it. All right. Let's see what is actually going to be a... Oh, you know what's... A couple meme coins. I want to see Pepe coin, but... Waves is trending. Okay, so we've got those ones. We've got Mew and Luna being the top loser. Caspa's kind of trending. Sui's looking okay. Let me look at Sui because this is on a downtrend, but it should hit the top of the resistance on the downtrend. So there we go. So we got our channel right there on SUI. We're ranging in a sideways. Again, it is a downtrend, but we are ranging on this channel right here. On the sidelines currently, and that is not a bad idea either. Again, guys, Tokyo session and London session. So a lot of the top traders in the world don't trade Tokyo or London. They trade New York and they're done for the day. I know we're not essentially Forex traders, even though I'm using MetaTrader. But I will say the sessions do matter and more volume goes into New York. Like on the downside or the upside, it is New York. Of course, Tokyo pumps or dumps it, but a lot of the volume that comes in is Wall Street. And you're able to see that on the first 1 minute candle lined up with the 15-minute candle. We're going to show you guys a cool scalping strategy in the new year for the 1 minute. It does not fail. It has to do with order blocks. It does fair value gaps. It helps with the direction. But I have been doing 1 minute scalping, guys. I just don't do it to show you guys because I just can't call trades quick enough. But the New York session is usually very predictable if you can tell the first 1 minute candle and the first 15-minute candle, which is essentially the same candle. And you'll be able to tell the direction of the New York market. 99% of the time it plays out. So we're going to show you guys how to do that in the new year. 1 minute scalping is coming for anybody that is asking for me to do scalping. I am absolutely going to be doing scalping for sure. So we're on this uptrend. We're gliding on this uptrend. So pretty much I'm looking for Bitcoin to hit here one more time and then break. Now, this is a really clear uptrend. So I would not be shorting this unless you're really shorting the top. I'm only looking for the top. That is it. Nothing less than the top. Otherwise, I'm going to wait till it rolls over, back tests, and then continues back down. If if that's what it is going to be doing. But right now, Bitcoin is definitely going up sideways here. So this channel on the 5-minute is going to be a very prominent channel for the direction of Bitcoin and some altcoins as well. We're definitely not going to chase the trade, though. I'm not doing that. I've already made killing scalping Bitcoin on and off. And actually, if you look at this, hold on. If you look at this, Bitcoin did break out again, okay? So now this is a smaller channel, guys, right? I don't see people using channels on in trading. I don't know why, because one of the reasons is if you follow the channel, sure, Bitcoin could start dumping here. But now we actually back tested the breakout. So this isn't really a trading market. It really isn't. We're very, very overbought in the 15-minute time frame. I want to wait till this 5-minute goes up and get a short possibly. We'll see what happens after this 1-minute candle. Bearish divergence on the 15-minute. Yep. But again, it will create bearish divergence with the market going up, right? You want to look at this RSI trend, and it is kind of rejecting. But your price action broke out. No, it's actually not rejecting. It's broken out. So it has broken out in your RSI, which means that this potentially can keep on going up to here. So let's take a look at Aster, guys. ASTER. The 1, 3, 5, 15 of the power in the week and the month is support. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. You're definitely right. Look at Aster. Look at this. This is what I wanted to see on Aster, okay? I'm very bullish on this trade because it is actually in an uptrend. I just don't know if I want to go against the market, but essentially I'm not even going against the market. You're pretty much just waiting for this price action to break on Aster here. So I can see this pumping up to 98-ish. 5 minutes oversold coming up, a little bit of a cup and handle. So yeah, I definitely could see this doing that. But you've got pretty weak momentum for now until you break out this resistance. There is a double golden cross coming up. But if you look at the 18-hour, it is dropping a bit. The Aster is definitely a wild card for me. I would have a lot more confidence if the MACD on the 4 hours starts crossing up, which looks like it is about to because it is a lagging span. And you've also got hidden bullish divergence as well. All right, Bitcoin, what are you going to do? Am I longing or am I shorting? Actually, if you look at Bitcoin, guys, take this channel from right here, this channel. Take this key point from right here to right here to right here, Bitcoin actually never hit the top of the channel. So this is kind of cool. So the top of the channel in Bitcoin too many channels. Okay, we're just gonna not draw this one for a minute. Take away that one. Where? Okay. Okay, never mind. To line that perfectly, it almost hit it. If you look from here to here, it actually it pretty close to hit it. But if you look at the wick from here to right here, I could drag my channel up a bit, and you're going to see that it never actually hit it. So what they might be doing for Tokyo is, like, you got to line that up right to that wick right there. And you can see it never hit it, right? So essentially what they might be doing is Tokyo is pushing up one more time, make that rounded bottom, come hit that 91.6, and then potentially drop. Because keep an eye, that 15-minute is so overbought. So for this to actually break out, I'd be very, very surprised. But you've got that nice rounded bottom, and that trend line should push up to 91.6. And then you should be looking at either London is going to be manipulation and New York is going to be accumulation, because Tokyo is obviously in a distribution phase right now to the upside. We can see that right here. So we push up to here. We'll for sure hit it at that point. Did I like line that up perfectly? I think I did. Right there. Yeah. So you can see that wick hasn't been hit, right? And at this point, if you guys are shorting this, it's pretty clear. You either short here or you wait for the uptrend to break. And that's essentially it. All right, accumulated a bit more arrow. Is there a 21-hour uptrend channel in the RSI chart? 21-hour. I don't even have my. Sure, let's look at it here. Yo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel my short, because I just realized I'm going against an uptrend. And I'm going to wait till it breaks out of the channel. Yes, there's resistance, but I'm canceling my short. I'm going to wait till it breaks out of that uptrend. That uptrend is so strong that could actually break out of that. Could also reject, and maybe I shouldn't be canceling my short. But I've told myself over and over again, the trend is your freaking friend. And if I don't learn that, which I have over and over again. So the 2021. So if anybody's trying to follow my trades, again, non-financial advice, I canceled my short. You don't have to do it for you, but I did. And I'm going to essentially wait till that 5-minute breaks. That 5-minute is a very, very strong channel. I rather enter at 91.4 on the break than 91.6 and have some speculation it could break out. So 21-hour. And this is how you guys know I'm not bearish or bullish. I am 100% about the trend and 100% about making money. XGen verse, appreciate you, fam. Okay, is there a 21-hour uptrend? Yes, there is. Clear uptrend on the 21-hour. and clear uptrend on the chart. So you guys know, we are actually in an uptrend, okay? But we're in a downtrend at the same time. This is what I've kind of been trying to portray, is that we're in an uptrend, but we're in a downtrend at the same time, right? And you can see it right here. Also called a bearish flag, bear pen. Oh yeah, the 5 minutes crazy bullish. Look at that. The 5 minutes absolutely holding that trend line. But once the 5 minute breaks that trend line, this is going to come all the way down to, well, it depends if it breaks here or here. That's a beautiful trend line on the 5 minute. That will be money for a short when it breaks, because all it is an uptrend. It's like a rising pattern, essentially. I know it is a good short in this area, but I don't want to go against my trend, especially on a YouTube live. And then we get a bullish green candle and I'm down. My goal is funded accounts right now. If you guys don't know about funded accounts, welcome to 2026. We are changing the game. Don't need to use your money or my money or anybody's money. You'll get given money if you follow consistency. More on that in 2026. I'm going to be showing everybody how to get $100,000 funded accounts without spending almost no money. You have to spend a bit, around 500 to 1,000. But I'll show you guys how to do that in 2026. We've got a big seminar coming up, huge. Prop firms, guys. That is it. Okay. All right, guys, if you're new, smash that like button. I appreciate you. If you're new to the live, let me hear where you're tuning in from. Ethereum, yeah. Who watched Formula One and did... Did anyone watch Formula One, guys? Or wake up at 5 a.m. if you're in America for Formula One? That race was short. To travel all the way to Abu Dhabi for a 58-minute lap race, I don't know. It was pretty short compared to actual races, like normal races. Nobody watches F1 here. Fast Easy, what is up? So, guys, again, Ethereum's in an uptrend, right? Kind of. And this is Lando Norris won McLaren, but also Max Verstappen of Red Bull won, but he won the overall championship, and then Max won the Abu Dhabi race. I don't know. That's a weird one to give 2 championships away at once, but I don't know. So here's Ethereum. Part of me thinks this market is going to drop again. I'm going to tell you why. Because yes, Ethereum's on an uptrend, but it also never hit the bottom of the channel. And you did hit the top of the channel. I don't have enough confirmation on this right now. But I would say we're pretty tapped out for selling right now, okay? We're very, very tapped out for selling. You can see that any sells that we have, guys, are getting eaten up because we can't really push down more. Did I see the UFD McLaren racing? Yes. We can't really push down more, guys. And what we keep doing is we keep pushing down to our POC, is exactly like Fast Easy said, right? So sure, I'm only looking for shorts, but I'm very, very cautious knowing that we are very, very oversold. And I don't know if I would trade Ethereum. Like, you've got This would be the short. So this is kind of funny. Ethereum giving me a headache when I can't figure things out. And normally I've got this market on lock. Normally. You shouldn't try to predict the market, right? You should know the direction's going, but Bitcoin broke out of the 15-minute. Ethereum did not. So typically this would be a good short on ETH. After the 5 minute, you have a 5-minute tweezer reversal here, a rejection. I just don't like the sideways consolidation. But yeah, typically this would be a short for me on Ethereum. At the top, because that's the rejection, still on an uptrend. So I would wait maybe until it comes back here. Like, here's the thing, guys. We don't want to be risking any of our money. If we lose quick and we lose little, okay? Like the market, if I'm entering a Bitcoin trade, right? Let's say I'm entering a Bitcoin short right here, which is what I originally was going to do. And it probably is going to play out. But my stop loss is literally going to be like something like probably like that, 92 or something, 92.3. Like I'm holding a really clear stop loss. Now you can see that Bitcoin is overbought in the 5 and overbought in the 15, right? So I'm just waiting for that 5-minute break of trend before I get trigger happy. And keep in mind, this movement is taking us into London. So we know that Tokyo's session has been on an uptrend. What do you think London's going to do? Either accumulate or manipulate. AMD, right? So we have Tokyo in distribution. Manipulation, we don't know yet. Accumulation, we don't know yet. But it's definitely not going to be Tokyo, right? Tokyo's in clear uptrend distribution, whatever you want to call it. The other thing you could do is you can look at the MACD on the 15-minute. And we know the MACD is bearish divergence. But you can look at the MACD on the 15-minute. And if it is at the top, all you're waiting for is you're waiting for that MACD on the 15-minute to cross down, because you know it's not going to be a breakout. There's going to be no breakout if this crosses down. You're pretty much at resistance, right? This is forming a tweezer reversal right now. Double top, tweezer, but it hasn't broken the trend yet. Very, very close. What is BTC DOM doing? Pumping. You've got a head and shoulder here. The question is, will it play out? I'm not too sure, because if you look at this, yes, this is a head and shoulder, but you did retrace the bottom already. You hit the top. So I would say DOM could come up here and invalidate that shoulder. This market is wild. Like I said, a leprechaun masked as a grim reaper, or whatever I said earlier. EK, how you doing? So guys, again, I'm trying to time the market as much as I can right now, but the reality is if someone tells you they know the direction of the market right now, they have no idea. All we can do is we can draw our trend lines and we can see if it breaks. But that 5 minutes is so overbought. I don't even see Tokyo completely dumping until London opens, if that is even going to happen, right? Because Tokyo is holding this uptrend like crazy. There you go. There's your tweezer reversal coming. So if we get a tweezer here, I know we're rejecting. And that 5 minute is completely oversold. So I'm waiting for the tweezer reversal here on the 15. Usually Monday dumps in New York. Exactly. Yep. That's exactly it. We could see this 15 or this 5 minute candle's about to break trend. Okay, I'm setting up a trade. So just give me a moment, guys. There we go. Price 91,200. Boom. Stop loss. Boom. Place. Take profit. Boom. Is my lot set? Okay. So now you can see us breaking trend. So I am in the trade. I got in the trade. I'll show you guys I'm in the trade. Some live trading here. I do play the 1 minute. I do play the 1 minute sometimes. So I'm in the trade. I'll show you guys I'm in the trade. And the reason I'm in the trade is because of two things. So I like to show honesty. I am in the trade. That was my entry. This stuff happens quick on the lives because I can't really, right? So I'm in the trade. You guys can see I'm in the trade. There's a reason I took this trade because I seen a tweezer reversal forming with 1 minute left on the hour here, on the time frame. And I seen we're very, very overbought. So that is why I took the trade. I also took the trade on my, yeah, okay, perfect. So tweezer reversal is basically a reversal candle. If you have a body close like this to this, and you've probably got a minute left, you know we're going to drop, right? It doesn't always play out like that, but there is a possibility it will play out. So we broke the trend, which is really, really nice. That's essentially what we wanted to do. Broke the 200 MA. There we go, right? We're not out of the doghouse yet, though. And the reason being is because, okay, so this is actually a tweezer reversal forming on the 1 hour too, which is pretty insane. That would be a reversal continuation of trend to the downside if it plays out. There's a very big possibility this does come all the way back to your POC around 90K. Which would be pretty nice range. But now what you're seeing, guys, is you're seeing a double top. So that kind of changes everything. Because now what happens? We come to the neckline down here, and then we double bottom and we continue up into New York. Or London manipulates. Or we come all the way back down here and we break the neckline and we come back and roll to this area right here. Currently watching the 30-second same indicators plus Ichimoku cloud. Let's go. Okay, so I do scalp the 1 minute, guys, sometimes. When I have a trend like this, absolutely I'll play the 1 minute, right? Okay, so we're in our short. We're good to go. I want it to go back up to 91.2 one more time because I want to DCA a bit. I accidentally. We'll see what happens. So the next area of this trade should play out to either 93, but most likely this volume area right here, which is going to be about 90,000. Well, actually, in this region. 89 to 90K. Yeah. Now see what happens here. We're dropping on this 1 hour candle and the tweezer reversal. So there you go. Some live trading. Live trading, guys. For those of you that are wanting to see live trading. It's really hard for me to trade live. Mainly, we can see this also bouncing up here as well. There's a possibility that this just ranges here. And it could come back up to 91.4, 91.5. The reality is this is a lower time frame, right? So it did break, but we're still waiting for that downtrend continuation on the 1 hour. And again, guys, non-financial advice. Don't do things because I'm entering on trades. Make sure you're looking at the chart yourself. Make sure you are protecting your capital. We've got 42 minutes left on this candle, on the 4 hour candle, okay? Okay, that is stressful. That is very stressful. All right. Nothing is moving. Great. XYO pump. Did Luna Classic break my... Nope, it didn't break it. So again, I'm only looking to short Luna Classic with very, very low leverage. If it breaks this trend line here. Smash up that like button, guys. Let's run up the YouTube live tonight. I thank you for all coming on today, taking the time out of your day from spending with your family. Okay, so now let me redraw this trend one more time. Okay, we'll see what happens here. We might need to redraw our trend because there is a peak line right there, but you did break this overall trend right here too. So we'll see what happens. But as long as this consolidates in this area, I'm cool with it. Which it is probably going to do because the 15 minutes very, very overbought. Very overbought. That 4 hour looks bearish with the golden pocket. So if we're looking at the if we're looking at this drop to right here, I'm on logarithmic, by the way, just so you guys know. We're bouncing off the 618. We'll see what happens. Do you mean bearish or bullish? Because technically the 618 bounce would be bullish. But I could just see this going sideways, really, until we close the 1 hour candle. Because we're dropping on the 1 hour. So we know this 1 hour is probably going to finish red. We will see. All right. Sorry, guys. I got to do live trading, okay? I know you guys want to look at coins, but the reality is Bitcoin is one of the top coins and the lesser way of not losing money, where a lot of altcoins are just absolutely flying and dumping out of nowhere. No rhyme or reason. Okay, so we've got Caspa with some momentum. I'll keep an eye on Bitcoin, but as long as we're in this area, I'm good. Might have to redraw my trend line. Okay, so Caspa is in an uptrend. So if you guys like scalping, technically, you should be able to scalp Caspa to around 0.54 area for scalp traders. And I'm talking like quick scalp in and out kind of deal. This should pump about 3%, which should give you a bit of profit. But yeah, Caspa's not too bad at all. Caspa's looking very, very good. Although it could just range at the POC, like there's not really. This market is double top, but it is. This market is insane. 1 minute is in a bull flag on Bitcoin. Yeah, if it breaks down that area, it's fine. It could pump to 91.5 and it's all right. We'll see if we get that tweezer reversal candle. See, Caspa's bouncing off the 382. Sunday is typically not a good trading day, by the way. I'm just having some fun and I'm trading because I like trading. And I've been away from trading for a bit. But like you guys can see, Sunday is an absolute, I don't know, crazy on a Sunday, right? Like the market is just going up and down. Caspa's in a downtrend, but it's bounced off the 382, is ranging. Like a lot of these sells are, a lot of these, this momentum is because we've taken a lot of drops in the market. And a lot of people don't have dry powder anymore. So market makers are setting up shop with orders and not letting them go down more than what they're going, essentially. So we're going to set an alert here on Casper around 0.55. So we got to redraw this channel, kind of. Redraw this here to here because it did break out, but it's just got to redraw it. Could bounce in this area right here. Honestly, if Bitcoin just plays this range, I'm fine with it. I also got enough room for this to go here, so we will see what Bitcoin does. It's weird. Institutional accumulation, they're going to price people out exactly all day, right? Have I tried Bookmap? Yeah, I have Bookmap. I use it, but I just don't use it on the live. I use fair value gaps more. So the other thing too, guys, is this is on a 5-minute. So your 5-minute trend is right here. You broke this area, forming a bit of a rounded top on the 5-minute. So yeah, pretty much after this 4-hour, we should see a reversal on Bitcoin. I wouldn't. There's really nothing else to look at other than Bitcoin. Like everything's just doing its own thing. Like some altcoins, scam altcoins. I guess Moonbeam is running GLMR. Yeah, Moonbeam is running a bit here in a bearish pennant, but I definitely would not try to short these coins. Because they're pumping and then hitting their tops. Yeah, the fib typically doesn't work in a ranging market. It works in an uptrend or a downtrend market. I'll be real with you. The only reason I'm using the fib is I want to see if something goes to the 618 or the 382 and sees if because 3825, well, the 5 and the 618 is normally a consolidation area before a pump. But the Fibonacci sequence normally does not work in a ranging market because you want to find your take profits and all that, right? Bullish on XGen, you're the founder. Okay. I appreciate you for watching the live streams. What is XGen? I guess I'll look at it. Oh, it's on Dex. I have some PTSD over Dex coins with our previous community, so I'm very careful about that. But I could check into it later for sure. So you're kind of looking at Moonbeam rolling over, guys. You might be able to find a short here, but again, I don't think I'd be shorting these low caps. Not on a Sunday. I'll look at it another time for you, Jen. Let me look into the project first. I'm very, very cautious about DEX coins. Not saying anything bad about it. I'm just saying there's a lot of reasons for it. The OG people know what I'm talking about. But I'll look into it. If I like it, I'll share it on the live. Okay, so it looks like we did break the trend now. That was a little bit of a fake out. So now what we need to do is we need to look at the 1 minute again. Okay, you know what? I will say this. Thank you for not spamming your coin on the live. That's respect. Okay, if we go from bottom to top here, this kind of broke trend. So now it's going sideways a bit, really. That's honestly it. Oh, I remember Choctopus when they came on their live. People made money from it, though. CJTV, people made a lot of money from Choctopus. All right, I had some people send me screenshots. They made 10K, but that was part of the problem. All right, so we finally broke trend. I'm comfortable with saying we broke trend, and we backtested the trend that we broke. So now what you're probably going to see, guys, is slowly unloading into London. And what I mean by slowly unloading is choppy action, kind of like that, into London possibly. By choppy action, I mean ranging in this area and then see what London does. We have 27 minutes left on this tweezer reversal candle. And you can see this is a tweezer reversal forming. If it closes at this body to this wick, that is going to be a clear reversal candle in the market. If it doesn't, then we need to reevaluate and see where this is going. The reason Bitcoin's having a bit of tough time here is because we are at the fair value gap, which also was an area where everything just completely dumped. My channel goes from November 21st bottom wick, then December 1st bottom wick to be at the conversion line right now. Are you talking about when we had the big drop at 16,000, or are you talking about from the drop previous? Oh, you're probably talking from the drop in November. So we got 26 minutes left on this candle, guys, right? Yeah, so you're going to see sideways action now. at this POC, and then as it becomes way overbought, then buyers are going to possibly try and sell. All right. We did Ethereum. We did Solana. We did XRP. We did BTC. I don't really want to go over pump and dump coins. It just filler. Like ZEC is all right to go over. So now that Bitcoin broke the trend, it should go sideways, and then we should see a drop shortly here. So ZEC is not too bad. It rejected. It has that little bit of a downtrend. It is following. And ZEC is in a bearish flag at the moment. At resistance, this could be a dynamite short right here. And if it breaks out, get out. But it's still going up. So this typically would be a good area to short ZEC. Risk to reward, if it breaks out of what, 359, you get out, low leverage. Look at the 3-day on Bitcoin or ZEC. Asian market open, crypto and Asian equities make quiet gains as Fed focus week kicks off. Yeah, because the rate cuts. Okay, here you go. So now we know that the actual trend broke. This is what we're waiting for. We don't want to. I was a bit risky with this trade. I'll be honest, guys. Like, I'll just tell you straight up. I probably should have waited for the back test. But it hit 91.3 anyways, so I know my leverage, but if people scalp, that could be the difference from here to here. Keep that in mind. Oh, yeah, the 200 MA, of course. So the 3-day is bouncing off the 200 SMA, which is definitely bullish. But I want everybody to keep this in mind, guys. This is the one indicator that is going to show us if there's a massive drop coming. Your 800 SMA. Right now, we're going sideways in a macro downtrend. We're not in an uptrend. We're in a downtrend on the macro. However, on the 18-hour / daily 4-hour, this is actually a 4-hour trend, you're in an uptrend. The reason you're in an uptrend is because you're going sideways. That is it. So this 800 SMA is going to catch up to this 50 and the 200. It might take a week. It might take 2 weeks, which is when Bitcoin essentially will be here. And then we will ultimately start losing momentum in the market when that 800 SMA touches and our short is playing out. Thank you. Thank you. That is what I wanted. And that is why you wait for the break of trend, right? It is simple. I'm not doing anything different. Well, I have indicators, but that tweezer reversal is setting up. So now this is a big reversal candle. This isn't just a consolidation. This is usually a drop candle. And this is a double top. But I would ultimately take it down to here and reevaluate the trade. That is your POC and that is your range, really. Probably be a $1,000 to $2,000 trade setup. And then on my prop firm account, which I just got, we're up 150 as well. So not too bad, not too bad. That was stressful. Not because of anything, but because we broke this. This is the manipulation point, guys, right here. Is normally you'd be longing this because we back tested the break. But we are in a bearish market. We are in a downtrend. And that is why I won't long anything, because I wait for the top. And I'm kind of just waiting for the trend to break. So now we know into London, we're probably going to accumulate. Because if we drop all the way down here into London, I don't see London continuing to drop it through AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I would expect New York to manipulate tomorrow because already Tokyo distributed. What platform am I trading on? I can't get 18-hour in TradingView. I'm trading on MEXC. Oh, if this is TradingView, you have to buy it though. So you have to buy the top plan, the Pro, and then you can just add custom interval. But this is TradingView. You could also use Trade Locker as well, but that's if you're using a prop firm account. Guys, we're going to change the game in 2026. I'm going to get all y'all funded accounts, and you're just going to have to spend a bit, 500, 1,000. Follow simple risk management. You'll get a $100,000 account. Non-financial advice, though, of course. That's going to be up to you guys and to see what you want to do. But I'm telling you, prop firm accounts, never understood them until I started using one, and demo account, did it. Now I got funded. Now we're just waiting. But you can't take out that money. You can't take out 100 grand. They don't let you do that. And they don't even let you make more than 1,000 a day. Well, 2,000 to 1,500 a day. That's your consistency rule. So a prop firm account has a consistency rule. You cannot make more than a certain threshold. You also cannot lose more than a certain threshold. So in a prop firm account, if you get 100 grand given to you, if your account hits 95K, you lose everything. Right? So they want you to be a real trader because they're following trade setups for their actual hedge funds. Use weeks for trading. Good stuff. I use MEXC. I have weeks. I have ZoomX, but I'm going to show all of you guys how to get a prop firm account through MetaTrader 5 and only trade Bitcoin and crypto. Not Forex. I'm talking about crypto. It's going to be super fun. Expect that in 2026. All right. Only 0.4% make it through it. Here's the thing, Sinster. A lot of people, they look for phases. I don't look for phases. I look for instantly funded. There's a lot of ones that are instantly funded. You just got to understand it, right? But I'll show you guys that because I don't consider myself the smartest person in the world. I'll be honest with you. Like when it comes to math, no, not really. But if you just follow the consistency rule, game over. It's unbelievable. But I'll show you guys that in the new year. Let me get some real funded accounts, okay? And let me make money on the real funded accounts because I have 2 demos and I have a live that just went live recently because I completed it. I'm excited though because I could literally show you guys how to trade through a funded account on the YouTube live or in Mighty. Once I get my first payout, because I've never got a payout in the funded account yet, I just got funded, then I'm really going to focus on showing you guys how to do it. If you can borrow money from people and not have to spend your own capital to trade, game over. game over, right? Okay, someone asked me to look at Cardano or ADA. It's the same thing as moon phases. I used to think moon phases were BS, and then someone came on the live and said, pay attention. I didn't pay attention. I could have made 100 grand. So then I started paying attention to moon phases. I didn't believe in funded accounts either. Saw an ad, buy 2 funded accounts, get a 3rd free. Don't listen to those. Sinster, I've got you. Those ads and stuff are to get people in, but you need to look at the rules, because a lot of funded accounts only pay you a certain percent. Some of them end up paying you 30%. Some of them end up paying you 80%. And there are some that end up paying you 100% if you follow the system. It's not that hard. Some you can't even make 2,000 per day, which is fine because it's called the consistency rule, which is what we should have as traders, but a lot of us don't. Cardano, but we'll talk about more in the funded accounts later, guys. ADA did hit the top of the channel, did form some bearish divergence here. This would have been a really, really good short on Cardano. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Crazy. Okay, my short would have been here on Cardano. You could still technically short it, but it is in a mini uptrend. So if I'm looking at Cardano, I'm looking at this breaking here and coming all the way down to here. That is a really good profit margin. And speaking on other things rather than the funded accounts, we want to make sure we're doing our long to short ratio. So let's say we get in a short right here, it breaks trend. Stop loss, I don't know. Right there, that's the 1-4 trade. I'm on my way through the Bitfunded challenges. CJDV, let's go. I hope you get funded through Bitfunded. But I've got some back pocket plays that you don't even have to go through challenges. You can get instantly funded, but you got to pay for it. And there's a certain threshold to go through. So I'm going to set an alert here, guys, on Cardano. Right here, easy money trade. If this breaks the uptrend here, we've already hit 1, 2, 3, 4. Which prop firm are you using? Can we trade the cryptocurrency or only Forex? Crypto and Forex. I'm not talking about Forex. I'm talking about crypto. We will be doing Forex trading. That will be in the title. This will be only for crypto. But I will be doing Forex content on this channel 100%. But yeah, it's only going to be for crypto. And I'm not going to announce what prop firm account it is with yet, for a specific reason. Okay, I'll announce later when I feel like it is good and I actually get my payout. Funded accounts plus self-discipline equals gold treasure. Yes. Think of it. You follow a roadmap. You follow some discipline. You get to trade with 100 grand. You make 10,000. You get to take out 8,000. It's a pretty good deal, right? There's obviously more to it. I'm just giving you guys a little thing. But everybody thinks funded accounts are only for Forex. Yes, mostly. Except they have Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP on there. And a couple of other ones, VET, stuff like that. Tips, I'm bad at game. How you doing, brother? Can you look at Plume? Sure thing. Is anybody in this Bitcoin short? It's okay if you guys aren't. I was a bit risky, right? But at the same point in time, we went at the top of the channel. Non-financial advice, of course. Make sure you're doing what works for you. Plume, not looking too bad. We've got a little bit of an uptrend channel. We're approaching the resistance on the conversion line right here. This would be key resistance right here. But if we can break this, we'll pump all the way up to 0.2154. It is in an uptrend, as are a lot of coins right now in the shorter time frames. I don't know how much I trust this for sure. Instant account is worth in long term as drawdown room is less. This guy knows, guy or girl, sorry. I don't know. This person knows about funded accounts. Yeah. So I'm doing a funded account vlogging series, guys. As I'm doing the 365 days to a millionaire, I'm also doing the funded account vlogging series starting tomorrow. So I'm actually going to show you guys my progress, and I'm going to explain the whole bit about funded accounts. I do like Plume. It is getting listed on Coinbase. Perfect. But it does have resistance right here. The only thing I don't like about it, this isn't even a big deal, but it essentially is the fact that these are all fair value gaps. And this is going to essentially hold down price. So if we can break out of this area, great. But the problem is we have so much short liquidity here pushing the price down, right? Hope you guys are enjoying the YouTube live. I'm trying to give you guys what I can, but it really is a Sunday manipulation day. XGen, you're on the sidelines. You're smart. You're staying to your process, right? See, these bullish pennants fool people, and they used to fool me a lot too. Bullish pennants only work if you're in an uptrend. This is how they trap traders to go long. Right? Oh, it might even try to break out and then drops. So keep in mind when you guys are looking at a bullish pennant or a bearish flag, if a bearish flag is in an uptrend, you're probably not going to play that flag or pennant. If whatever this is, if a pennant is in a downtrend, or if you broke the trend, you're probably not going to play that pennant. Okay. So a lot of people are like, well, you have trading view indicators. These mean nothing to me. All they show me is, hey, there's a possibility. Now I got to actually go look at my trend and seeing if my trend is up or down. I'm sure as heck not going to short a bullish pennant in an uptrend, right? Gizmo, how you doing? Can we look at ICP, Internet Computer? Absolutely. And you can see, guys, as soon as we broke that, buyers kind of stopped coming in hardcore. Would be amazing if you would have some special calls with a minimum drawdown for a prop account. Okay, let me work on something, okay? I'm giving you guys a glimpse into the future of how we're going to help everybody out. But we're going to work on something, because 90% of people in this chat will get their funded account liquidated right away because they don't understand the rules. So I need to have something in place that the rules are at the top of your thing every single day. And there's not just one rule to follow. It is 5 or 6. But ICP, no problem, man, no problem. ICP, we're in a downtrend, right? Clear downtrend. Not too bad. Clear downtrend. I'm going to say the same thing I said about ICP before. I personally believe it's going to slowly bleed to the bottom here. And the reason I'm saying that is because you've got this major support right here. The trend was broken on internet computer a long time ago. It was essentially a pump and dump, okay? So if you look at internet computer right here, this was the trend. And by the way, we actually called this pump before it happened, which is pretty cool. But so that was the trend. So now what you're trying to do is come back to your next support. And really your next supporter right here. And that is where massive buyers are going to come in and they're going to hold up the price. Yeah. XGen, you've got a lot of crypto and technical analysis background. Appreciate you. Thank you for helping everybody out. And guys, I will be growing this in the future and adding technical people to the channel, just like how the big guys are doing, essentially. You can speculate who the big guys are, but they're big YouTubers, and we are going to be bringing people on just like them because we can't do this all on my own when this is super big again, right? Set alarm right away for every day, 15, 20 minutes before daily settlement to avoid losing account. Yep, there you go. You know about prop firms, 100%. And most crypto traders won't talk about prop firms because there's too much rules involved. But man, if you watch some people, they are living life and they don't even use their own money. And the beautiful thing about Funded is you could just do the thing over and over again. Go to work, make some money, retry, retry, retry. Yeah, so there's your double top tweezer reversal. I don't see this candle closing green anytime soon. So if that is the case, we know 90.9% that this is probably going to come back to here. If it breaks here, that is a whole nother question. Okay, what is Total 3 doing? Huh. Okay, so Total 3 is why altcoins are moving, guys, is because of this. So if you look at the daily on Total 3, it kind of broke out. Man, Monday might be a dump day for the market. The 4-hour setting to be overbought already on Total 3. Same with Bitcoin. I'm not liking that bearish flag on Total 3 at the moment. And you are rejecting the 800 SMA and the 200 SMA, obviously, but more so the 800. Signs are pointing towards a drop into Monday, into the New York session. What is my take profit for my short? So realistically, my take profit, I'm not going to get too greedy, is probably going to be around 89-ish. But my real take profit would be around 87.5 or lower. because typically you're going to follow the top of the channel and come down to the bottom. Typically. You also got to see what New York does, right? I wanted to catch that drop on XMR so bad. Wanted to catch it. XMR Monero is on an uptrend. And an inverse head and shoulder. Yeah, we'll see what the market does, right? All right, so Bitcoin did close at a tweezer reversal, guys. There is now, man, I draw too much stuff there. From here to here, that's the lower high. 4 hours overbought. Pretty much 4 hour could go a bit more up and and stay overbought until London, and then also until New York. And if that 4 hours overbought into New York, or the TA is like this, I would be very cautious into New York. But London, I would say London's going to be more accumulation. Be happy to send you my targets indicator if you want to test it out. Sure, beastlimitless@icloud.com. Absolutely. Learning is the thing in trading. There you go. All right, guys. So that's pretty much all I got for you today. Simple thing, non-financial advice. Do your own thing, right? Read your own TA. I'm going to short myself. If it breaks out of this, I'm out. But pretty much it should trickle down. Like even the 1 hour is pointing down as well. I just see this ranging more than anything into London. And then let's see if London's going to be more manipulation or not. So that's all we got for the live today, guys. I'm going to head to bed, have an early night, and then I will be up early tomorrow to do the live for you guys. Make sure you guys, if you're new and have not been here before, you've been here and haven't followed, make sure you guys are following our app, custom app. You could talk in it. beastlimitless.com. A lot of people left just because of the bearish market and stuff like that. So we're kind of rebuilding it. But you can see the main people in here. Come talk in it. It is completely free. And I do post trade setups here too. And you can post your wins as well. And we will be doing seminars too for the app. Boys, it's nice to see you. We'll be here tomorrow, guys, around 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., okay? Lock it in your calendar. Even if you're at work, prop it in the background, all right? It does help us trend. Just turn the volume on, and I won't be offended. Hope you guys had a really good live. I'm sorry that I keep on looking for shorts. Until we break that downtrend, this is going to be a shorting market for me. So those of you that are longing, keep longing, but I'm following the trend. I think I also have something where I can't get out of the trade if I'm going against the wrong direction. I'll actually hold it too long. So it is what it is. But hope you guys have a great night. See you tomorrow. Dialed up on my short. Hopefully we make money off this. Anybody took the trade? If not, some manipulation market. I don't see it pushing up to here. It might 91.6, but I don't see it. About to break the 200 SMA on the 1 minute. All right, guys. Have a great night. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 8:30. New York Open, baby. Let's see if we manipulate or accumulate. Well, first we got to test that in London, but we need Josh to do a live drunk some. Olden days, the olden days, very, very olden days. Kraken and coffee. Does anybody remember Kraken and coffee? For the new people, you won't know. I will say this, guys. My win rate percentage is absolutely through the roof right now. Kind of happy about that. Even on the trade calls. So for all of December, I'm 100%. No joke, 100%. Pretty crazy. Okay, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.